jumping right in the top left-hand corner, we do have our South Korean Zerg player. It is 3 points. In the bottom right, we do have our Broodlord Terran player. It is going to be MANGRUSL. Green Terran. Here we go. As MANGRUSL is setting up with his low ground or his natural wall off. Interesting. With this setup, I would imagine we're going to be opening up multiple Raxes. That would make the most sense, but we'll keep an eye on MANGRUSL. As the first Rax is on the way. 3 points opening up hatch first. Yep, there we go. Second Rax as well. So again, it's a bit of a rarer side to set up with multiple racks on low ground with only like a single rack opener. I know that Juanito Special does have a build where he does open up racks into CC into Factory or Racks Factory Expand in SE2. But for here, we're opening up 2 racks. And we'll see if this leads into a third racks, into an early academy, into an early stim timing. See how dedicated we're going to be here to Bio. So now we are building up. Marines are amassing. And so far, just 2 ranks Marine into CC, into Expand. Nothing crazy yet. There's the Academy on the way. And again, we're expecting a third rank alongside this for 3 rank stim. It's what we're expecting, but you know, we'll keep an eye on our players. So good, the Marines are amassing. Across the map, we do go for earlier link speed. No, wait, cancels? 3-point, he cancels link speed. Spine Cooler's on the way. He's reacting, he's misreading this a little bit here. So a bit of a misread. He can still go for an earlier Roach opener. True. But he hasn't confirmed whether or not there's an expansion. Yeah, there it is. Early lair. So, again, it cancels link speed, no roaches, early lair timing. This could be for 2 base Muta, which is crazy, by the way. Otherwise, we could go for another bit of an off timing. I was going to say Nidus based all in, but I'm leaning more towards Muta play at this point. We'll keep an eye on 3 points. I feel like this 3-rack sim timing should punish. Okay, Baneliness is on the way. Wait, did he cancel? Wait, what is happening? He cancels the lair, throws down 4 spines. That's going to be almost 5 in total. Again, he's like big misread here out of 3 points. Jesus, he believes he's being all in, but that's not happening. Again, he didn't see the natural. He doesn't know. Oh, God. Like, bearing in mind that, again, MANGRUSL, he's making SCVs. Like, he's saturating his own natural, he's building up. Like, yes, he is going for a stim timing, but by no means is this like an all-in, or is this like hyper committed. Jesus. And the biggest problem with this wall of spines is that he canceled the lair. So like there's he's not rushing into mutas like the way that he would have. Late link speed. Jesus. I haven't seen a player react this hard or misread this hard in quite some time. Scan sees everything, and that's a value scan, by the way. He's like, okay, I'm good. I'ma just back up. You do you, buddy. That's 8 spine crawlers. Oh, God. 3-point. Not like this. Again, the lair just now begins. This is a 4:30 lair timing. This is a standard lair timing, by the way, which is late considering the build that he's going for. And yeah, this almost feels like there are some this almost reminds you of like, I don't know, like the Larva game, like when he BM'd and when he like pulled away like 3 drones and was mining at a deficit from the beginning. This is almost like that, where 3-point put himself behind. Like he straight up, that's 8 workers that that are no longer mining, that he morphed into spine crawlers. And of course the spines didn't do anything, he delayed his own tech. So this is a really rough positioning for 3-point. And we'll see if he can recover. Like, again, the problem here, because I imagine he wants to go into 2-base Muta. I believe that was the plan from the get-go. Yeah, scan's just now showing there's no third. We should soon see a scan into the main. Oh, as I assumed it was going to be 2-base Muta. 2-base Swarm Host? This makes the most sense if the goal is to recover, right? It's like, the problem is at 3-point he's behind. At this one he knows that he's behind, so he has to do something drastic to recover in this game. Swarm Hosts, obviously they can gain a lot of value over time, so in my mind that makes the most sense if this were to be Swarm Host. But we'll see. It's getting Carapace. Oh god. This is okay, never mind. No Swarm Host is rushing to Hive? What? Are we rushing into Ultras? Now the Carapace upgrades make more sense, because that was not in line with Swarm Host play. The Carapace, I mean. So Carapace with Hive should be Ultra. There we go, scans into the main, sees potential Ultra. What? What am I watching right now? Like, this feels like one of those replays you submit to Hearthstone, like, is it Imbo, do I suck? And you're like, I scouted 2-Rax opener and I rushed into Ultra and I just died to Stim Marines. Is the Marine Imbo, do I suck? what am I watching right now? Like, what is happening? As, yeah, there's no saving the space. 3-point does take top right, does take the ninja base. Oh boy. And I mean the Ultras are going to be a big power spike for sure. There it is. There's that Ultra. As we mentioned, like when we saw Carapace and Hive, like it screams Ultras. That's the only thing it could be. And MANGRUSL knows this. Like remember, he already scanned the main. He already saw the Infestation Bit. He already saw the Hive. The boys are still wait, what? The boys have been pulled, but they're Banelings. I feel like MANGRUSL was playing into 3-point here. Now suddenly this can work. Like 3-point Banelings, they crash it, they kill. Oh no, the splits are not there. No splits, and 3-point he's holding. Then Banelings able to morph in once again. No splits. Yo, what's happening right now? We're watching a Bronze League hero game. Unironically. Like MANGRUSL, he sees a wall, he sees a spine force. He's like, you know what? I'm a push into that. What is happening? Why are we attacking right now? Why do we pull the boys? 3-point, he's ahead. At this point, 3-point, he has a lead. Scan into the main, reveals Hive, reveals Ultras. 3-point has a ninja base. 3-point has he has momentum. The spines actually came into play. Winding it back here, what MANGRUSL needed to do was just contain on 3 bases, get a third, build up, tech up as well, get further ahead. There was no need to pull the boys into a spine forest like that. Like that's not like what just happened. Oh god. So it's a clown fiesta, man. It's a clown fiesta. Ay ay ay. It's like, Florencio, is that you? Like what's what is happening right now? For both sides, I should say. Like both sides are clowning. Go scans off the ramp. Zelsanai the third. As we're trying to kite our hearts out here against the Ultras. Nice target firing on the Baneling. Jesus, these medics. They put in the work. Scans once again. Sorry, stims once again. The army's getting overstimmed. It's gonna get swiped out. As he does take down the Ultras, there's 1 Ultra left, and MANGRUSL here will overwhelm. Cost him 5 medics. At the same time, 1 Ultra gets across the map. Gets into the mineral line. Yo, 3-point, you should submit this replay to Hearthstone. Ay, ay, ay. As from here we do scan. You know what this looks like? This this reminds me of like one of those rank roulette games. That's what this reminds me of. As we say, we have found top right. Likewise, cutting through the speed zones. Let's go. Likewise, ultras they can also take advantage. But the third base is found. God, it's still just pure. It's still just pure marine, by the way. The ultras. They chew them up, and oh god, as they kill every single marine. Fun fact: MANGRUSL still has not expanded. MANGRUSL. He's basically playing mono battle. He's just doing mono battle with just master marine medic, I suppose. Nothing else. Who needs science vessels? Who needs irradiate? Nah. Just mass marine. Okay, he's got more medics than marines even. GG gets called. GG gets called. 3-point takes game number 1. What's happening? What is happening right now? They're being told like, yo, we're gonna test some changes in the PTR. Okay, let's go mono battle marine versus ultra. It's like what is happening? Oh god. With that, GG well played. 3-point, despite the really rough start to the game, does bring it back, does recover, and I mean, thankfully for 3-point, MANGRUSL did all in into a wall of spine crawlers, lost his lead, lost his advantage, and MANGRUSL refused to expand. He refused to get a third base, he refused to take up, even though, remember, he scanned ahead of time, he knew what was happening, like minutes before it occurred. Like, he saw the infestation, he saw the hive, he saw everything he needed to. Yeah, I don't. I have nothing to say. GG. In the bottom right corner, we have MANGRUSL here, our Korean Terran. In the bottom left, we do have 3-point as the Protoss player. Oh boy. Now, I've never casted 3-points Protoss. I've never borne witness to what his Protoss can offer. I don't know why he's playing Protoss. But based on what happened in game 1, I think this the clown nose is on, man. Yeah. God. What happened to 3-point? What's Aye. 3-point should change their name to 3-ring for that circus. Oh no. Not like this. I mean, MANGRUSL, he's jumping through those rings. I mean, he's he's joining him. He's getting in there. Let's go. The StarCraft Evolution Circus back. Let's go. Now, I've never seen 3-points Protoss before. I don't know what he prefers, what his style is. I would imagine Reaver drop. That would make the most sense in my mind, but we'll all find out together. Let's go. 3-points Protoss for the first time. Unless we missed it, like it's possible that maybe 3-point he's competed as Protoss in like an SEL King of the Hill or like another Masters event or like another event in general. From my understanding though, this is at least the first time that I'm seeing it. Now going for the gate expand. Is going to be the initial Stargate opener by 3-point. Okay. 3-point gonna rush Dark Archon and get up to BCs of the Soul and SCV. Let's go. I mean, opening up Stargate is going to be an interesting one already here, so we're going for a Scout-based opener. as 3-point does find MANGRUSL. MANGRUSL moving out for his own scouts. It's going to be zoned away. The scout is on the way. Dragoon threatening the bunker. Bunker is finishing. Tank is in production as well. MANGRUSL is just trying to buy a little bit more time. There we go. The bunker does complete. And MANGRUSL does hold. So Terran player is going to be able to hold on. With that scout, we can of course harass the mineral lines. We can get a read on what's going on. Starport just now on the way. And the first tank has arrived. There's a scan. Ooh, gets eyes on the Stargate, gets eyes on the follow-up. It is not going to be a second Stargate into Sky Toss, into some kind of crazy fleet beacon rush. We're headed into Zella Lakes. Into potentially Storm. So no Reaver drops. No Robo, no Reaver drops. None of the sort. Scout towards the main. Ooh, does get caught out though. Yeah, nice start stepping here from MANGRUSL. Nice damage here on the first scout. Nice damage. Goes Zell legs on the way. Getting into Zell legs. Meanwhile, the tech lab is done on the starport, working towards a Banshee play. Crucial here for the scout to get eyes on this, and has not seen the tech lab yet. Pokes in, and there we go, does confirm. Gets eyes on the tech lab, gets eyes on Cloak. Delaying some of the production. Ooh, but gets caught out. Barely does get away. Does slip away. 3-point claiming his third. Getting into a gateway heavy composition. I assumed that we were going to head towards Storm, but that is not the case yet. There's no Temple Archives. As the Observer was pointing out, I mean, again, we'd already seen that 3-point is aware of Cloak. Cannons are on the way to defend. And these Banshees, they shouldn't get much done. Not with Banshees and Scouts out on the map. That's why it's a bit of a bold move for MANGRUSL to commit into Banshee. Knowing it was a Stargate opener as well. It's not often seen. As Banshee does hit the natural. Natural does poke in towards the main. Catching out a couple of rogues. So if our 2-3 probes going down, Banshee does somehow survive. I believe it's only one Banshee as well from MANGRUSL, not the biggest commitment. I mean, I say that. It's kind of weird. It's one Banshee, but still research Cloak. Behind the switching to Mass Bio. Hey, you can see here, just confirming one Banshee. Ghost Academy on the way. And we have no splash damage out of 3 points. I'm still a little bit in shock here. Like, whether it's Reaver, whether it's Storm, whether it's Archon, whether it's anything, it's still just a purely a gateway composition of Zella Dragoon. So, a little bit surprising here. And I'll be honest, I'm not too convinced by this style either, especially against Ghost, especially against EMP. As MANGRUSL was building up on 2 bases. So good dots push. Once again, does commit here on 2 bases. No third CC in sight. We saw something similar out of MANGRUSL in the last game. Similar just because he went for a 2-base all-in. And we're seeing that here. But this time there's no higher form of tech to punish. Yeah, it does send forward. Zells, they just melt nice EMP on the charge lots. And there's nothing left. Like, there's no storm. There's no storm. There's no reavers. There's nothing. there's just nothing here. Just a purely a gateway army. And boys are being pulled. And with that MANGRUSL, he sims and he wins. He breaks on through, breaks through the base, breaks through the mineral line. 20 probes going down, and there is nothing remaining here for 3 points. Again, now we have some high Templar in production, but it is too late. GG gets called, and MANGRUSL, he will take it. Game number 2, tying things up at 1-1. GG. Does tie things up here. Again, a bit of an, I would say, odd game here between our players. Again, I haven't seen 3 points Protoss before. I don't know where to rank his Protoss, but here, again, it felt like we didn't really have too much of... What's the best way of putting this? It feels like we were lacking a little bit of direction here for 3 point. So many players are so quick to either get into Reaver production or get into Storm or get into some kind of splash damage here. 3 point, he heavily delayed his zone, again going for a very heavy Zealot composition, which especially against Ghosts, especially against EMP, we saw that they just melted. They couldn't really hold their own. Again, it was a bold move here from 3 points. Get shut down, and we'll see how he does adjust coming into our next game. Here we go. So getting into game number 3, getting into the ace match. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we do have our South Korean Terran player. It is going to be MANGRUSL. And in the bottom right, we do have our Brutal Protoss once again committing to Protoss for Team Hyper 1 from South Korea. It is 3 points. Those StarCraft 1 production tab Zelts are scary. They're not scary enough. Like, again, as you mentioned, like, it was... Smooch, man, smooch. Maybe they're scary for the Protoss. Maybe. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how 3 point will adjust, as Game 3 is going to be on Vermeer once again. So we're going to be loading into Vermeer. And, yeah, we'll see how 3 point is able to kind of feel his way through this series, feel his way against MANGRUSL. MANGRUSL, both game 1 and game 2 has been hyper aggressive on 2 bases. Has been willing to tech up, of course, and has been a little bit more diverse in his play, especially when it comes to game 2. Diverse with his composition. But we'll see how 3 point will adjust. As again, I'm hoping that he's going to be able to invest into some kind of power base units behind this. To survive against these all-ins. I wonder if is 3 point trying to make a statement as well, where he like is not too fond of like Brood War Zerg right now. Is he going full Clem? Is he going full Raynor? Are we actually making the switch to Brutal Protoss? No shot. I would hope not. Like, I would say the 3 point is one of the more well-versed players in Brood War Zerg. Like, he's a lot of fun to watch. I think just because there aren't many Zerg players to begin with. So it would be a shame if this is the beginning of a change for 3 point. He said he had practiced Brutal Protoss a lot. Does that mean he laddered for like a couple of hours? Okay. You got 10 games in before the event. That is, the 10 games is a lot of games. True, true. That is a lot. As from here behind this is going for the Forge. Does head towards +1. Reaper's going to be shut down. And from here we're building up. Likewise, once again, 1-1 on here by MANGRUSL. Last game, this led into Cloak Banshee. Now, the one thing that I'm a little bit concerned by here, this time, as a reminder, last game, threepoint did open Stargate, right? He went for a Stargate opener, and he was able to scout the Banshees. As a result, right, he was able to see the early game, he was able to get a little bit of harassment done, and confirm what the Terran was up to. This time, he's going for a Forge into a Citadel-based opener instead, which means limited scouting, which means he does not see what's going on, he's not fully aware of the Cloak Banshee. Not like the last time, not like game 2. So that's my big concern here for threepoint. Is that he's playing more blind this time and he's not aware. Nice kiting so far though, nice pick up here on the Marines. Okay, well, 3-4 Marines going to be going down. These are nice trades of 3 points. As the Dragoons, they barely do survive. Oh my god. Get it done, the bunker! Now the bunker's empty! Yeah, the bunker is empty, diving on the tank, boys are being pulled. And that's going to be a tough hold here. Yeah, MANGRUSL gets punished. Tank goes down. Oh, that was 8 Marines, a tank and a Cyclone. Just a really rough defense here from MANGRUSL. Very rough. Did preserve the army, and Dragoons are pushing forward. The natural is going to be broken. The bunker coming into play. Does catch that. Oh, almost a Dragoon. Banshee gets across the map, and I don't think there's anything to defend. There's a cannon on the way, thankfully, but that's still going to be 5 probe kills. MANGRUSL does defend. And we're going double starport. He's crazy. He's going up to triple starport production. Are we going mass Banshee? What's the plan here? We'll keep an eye on the add-ons. But he's going into triple starports. Gets 7 probe kills. Very nice damage. Gets an 8. 8 probes go down for 1 Banshee. Not bad. And threepoint is working towards Storm. Okay. So he's working towards a more robust army in the mid game. But once again, scouting is paramount. Once again, what MANGRUSL is doing isn't standard. And threepoint, he needs to figure out what's going on. As yep, 2 more tech labs. He's going mass Banshee. He's going mass Banshee here. Oh no, that's not just pylon. No shot. The pylon. There's no observatory. There's no detection. Oh god. Yeah, 0 detection here for threepoint outside of cannons, of course. The pylon is going to go down. It's going to depower everything. That will delay Storm. Thankfully, there's a backup pylon, thankfully. So everything stays powered. But a cheeky move here from MANGRUSL. Very cheeky. And again, Hyperflight Rotors on the way. Now, how can Mass Banshee perform here? Well, if it goes unscouted, there won't be a Stargate. If there's no Stargate, there's no scouts, there's no Corsairs, right? Like that would be a way to hard shut this down. Dragoons, they can try to hold their own. My big concern though is that the Banshee harass continues and there is still no observatory. There's still no Robo. Robo is still on the way, so currently 0 mobile detection, 14 probe kills. Like threepoint, he was very stubborn when it came to throwing down the Robo. He was very delayed when it came to his Robo. And Banshees, they just keep rolling in. No shot. They just keep rallying across the map. And he can trade with the Dragoons. Like he can fight head on. Like he can take the fights. Observatory's now in production. I don't think MANGRUSL realizes just how little detection there is, but there we go, the Observer's now on the way. Oof. Yeah, now going for the Robo. I think he could have focused on the Robo earlier. And that definitely could have been an earlier prioritization. So 3-1, he should hold. He should hold on here. As the Banshees do back off. Okay, just a little bit of indecision there from MANGRUSL. You can see that the Temple Archives also has shields, like so much damage was onto the Temple Archives, but then he switched to the Robo, now back to the Temple Archives. Ooh, no, the High Templar! High Templar getting caught out, forcing out a Storm. Banshees, they will snipe the Temple Archives. Archives go down. Fighting head on. They get 1, they get 2, they get 3 Banshees, sorry, 3 Dragoons even. There's 3 Dragoons left. Oh, up to 5. High Templar getting. Oh no, the High Templar! No! Panda's back! Slides the cannon. Does like the cannon, still making more Banshees. And behind this, we're switching into Pyre. We have 3 more maxes on the way, so we went from, I'll be honest, I don't think the mass Banshee's really done too much. I think the early game Banshee harass was impeccable, right? He killed 20 probes, he got 20 worker kills with the early game Banshee harass, but here going into mass Banshee, he hasn't achieved too much. Not yet. And maybe I spoke too soon. Gets into the mineral line, it's going to be another 5 worker kills, getting another 6 even. 6 probes and a cannon. Okay. Keeping threepoint busy. And behind this, MANGRUSL switching to Marines, Marauders, more tank production. Down the Dragoons. Gets 1, gets 2. Takes over the mineral line. 3-point late to react, late to respond. I mean, I say late to respond. We spoke about this in the previous series. It applies here, likewise as well. Yeah, brutal Protoss. We've said a lot. Very mobile. It's hard to react, hard to respond. Going for the storms. Oh, even storming himself a little bit. That's a lot of storms and 3. When he wants those Banshees, he just can't deal with it. He's like, these Banshees, they're crazy. How do I shut them down? If only I had an air unit that could shoot up. They just don't exist, though. Just don't worry about it. They do not exist. As yeah, we're just pushing out. At this point, 3-1 has had enough. He's pushing. 3-1 is heavily behind economically. He's down to 41 workers, but to 71. MANGRUSL continuing to apply pressure, going for more drop play. At this point, he could afford a 4th CC, and he'll be the first to max out as well. So should be the first to max. Takes out the cannon, gets 1, gets 2. Send him away. Yo, the flanking storms, let's go. He did just storm his own High Templar to death. That's a little unfortunate. So did lose a High Templar there. And we're waiting for the eventual move out here from MANGRUSL. And unfortunately, he is having a hard time spending his money. He's got almost 2,000 minerals in the bank. He can make away with Marines and just send it, but yeah, still just trying to take up, focusing on ghost production, waiting for EMPs, getting to 2 upgrades. Again, with that bank, he can afford 2 more CCs as well. And MANGRUSL's macro slipping here, it could hurt him for sure. I mean, it is hurting him. something that's allowing threepoint to potentially have a comeback in this game. Is that MANGRUSL, he has not maxed out, even though he has the capacity to. Likewise, the upgrades were delayed. And MANGRUSL, if he's too passive, if he allows threepoint to recover, then, I mean, threepoint, he has a chance. We can see here that, yeah, MANGRUSL is just walling up. He's just walling up back at home, throwing out more turrets. This is giving threepoint time to get a bay, to potentially get a fourth base. Again, MANGRUSL, he does not have a fourth CC yet. He should have one by now. As threepoint, even the first to take a fourth. Okay. Should not have happened. But threepoint is expanding, getting a fourth base. And now MANGRUSL does move out. His supply lead isn't as large as it once was. And we have 4 High Templar. We have some storms coming in. And with good enough storms, and threepoint he can't take a bite. Storms on the tanks. Storms on the bite. Oh god, yeah, the storms they punish. Brutal damage. And MANGRUSL, he plummets in supply. Despite that, he still stims through. He stims past. Rushing on forward. Still a lot of Dragoons though. And he has to back off. He has to pull back to his tanks. Tanks to do pop off. Nice punish. Again, MANGRUSL, he still cannot spend his money. He doesn't have enough Raxes. That's EMP. More storms coming in. MANGRUSL, oh god, he stands in the storms. He stands in the storms back. And with that threepoint, he holds. He does hold on, he preserves his bases, preserves his mineral line. Again, MANGRUSL still has that bank. Still trying to spend his money. It looks like does he only have like 5 Raxes? What's happening? It feels like the production setup here is quite low for MANGRUSL. He's got 8. He's got 8 Raxes. From here, can get up to 10, up to 12. Or even additional factories. You can see to spend his money, he's throwing down 3 CCs. Dropping into the main, nice drop. Storm is coming in. Storm does zone. Catching out a full medevac. Nicely done. And again, the game is progressing. Like, the game is advancing here. Thanks to the storms, thanks to the better fight from threepoint, he was able to hold on. He's looking to stabilize. He hasn't stabilized yet, but he's getting there. He's working towards that. That's going to be another 8, 9 probe kills. MANGRUSL burning through his bank. Getting to 3-3. Unfortunately, no planetaries. No planetaries to these elves. They're getting a little bit more done than they should. Again, threepoint is catching back up in this game. As once again, MANGRUSL, it feels like he's not producing from his factories, whether it's widow mines or tanks. I mean, mines would be amazing here as well. He's not getting into any of it. That's also why he's having a hard time spending his money as well. He's producing just purely marines and marauders. As he moves out, it looks like we have another Zealot run by towards the top side. And again, there is no planetary. As EMP. That's a lot of high tempo in those shuttles. And Zealots at the mineral line. Storm does zone. So let's pull away. He's going to be losing all of his SCVs. Storms once again pushing in. And the storms are decent, but well, MANGRUSL, he spreads well. Does spread nicely. He takes out all the High Templar. Storms, they don't pop off in time. That's going to be 16 SCV kills across the map. Cells are getting top of the tanks, and 3-point he's holding. Where is he? Oh, we're rallying across the map. Takes down all the tanks. Again, 0 tanks left. There's been 0 factory production for quite some time. But he gets into the mineral line. MANGRUSL, he has enough. Does push through, takes down the High Templar. And if there are no Templar left, he can just overwhelm. Just pushing into the bases. Takes down the observatory. There's 3 High Templar on the way, but they need time for energy. Oh god, the storms are crazy. Oh god, he saved in the storms. And GG gets called. He does take the storms to the face, but MANGRUSL, he will take the series 2-1, taking down 3-point. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very messy series is what I will say. Not just even the Protoss games, but even game 1 as well. Like, game 1 was a clown fiesta. So really messy games here, but overall MANGRUSL does claim the series, does take the 2-1, and does take down 3 points. So impressive play there by MANGRUSL. I would say just very committed play, whether it's on 2 bases or even here on 4 bases. He was very committed, very all in. He was not really one to tech up too much or to set up other production cycles either. Even to expand, it felt like he was adverse to taking a 4th base and adverse to getting a 5th or a 6th expansion as well. But regardless, GG well played. It does take down 3 points.